Hello guys and welcome to the Eldar Racing. That is right, I am back again, just doing the race stream now, and it is the one and only, and of course it is Friday and it is Hoppers in the commentary box. How are we doing? This is round number 3 of the Chell Lawman Motorsport Subaru WRX, brought to you by Eldar Racing. And yeah, we're at Sardegna on the A, and it is the reverse circuit. But I tell you what, we are in for a cracker of a evening of racing. I am purely looking forward to seeing what's going to happen tonight. We are going to be 3 races and 3 new winners potentially, but who knows? The circuit itself is it's not technical like it was at Alsace. It is a very short and slightly twisty circuit, but it's going to look, and looks like the skies are a bit grey as well. But yes, I am looking forward to tonight. I'm just going to share the stream round very quickly, but obviously looking exactly at Darren Baldwin's Vauxhall Vectra VXR liveried style Subaru WRX. I must say that actually looks very cool. But we'll see exactly what is going to happen for tonight. Is it going to be Darren chasing after another victory, or is Nick going to chase after another victory, or is Mark Littlejohn even going to chase after another victory? He's had a few already this season, but the likes of Vlad and of course Noah that won the other 2 races at believe it or not Alsace last week are not going to be here tonight, so they are elsewhere. But yeah, it's going to be great. I'm personally looking forward to seeing exactly what is going to happen for the 3rd round of the championship. But who knows what's going to happen for tonight. And yeah, as I say, I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen. You know, we did have a bit of rough and tumble over in Alsace. You know, the mid-pack was very close. They were very bunched together, and there was quite a lot of I'm not going to say argumentative driving. There was a bit of like paint swapping. There was a bit of issues there and again, but the stewards have picked it up. The stewards have done a fabulous job making sure the guys are in order, you know, especially with the admins as well. You know, without the guys running and behind the scenes as well as men and ladies, you know, it is obviously thereabouts. But as I say, you know, we are at Sardegna. The circuit is not forgiving. The walls are tight, the walls are closer in some places. Even the barriers may catch you out if you're not careful. You can easily go side by side into some of the turns, but you've got to be careful, especially going on the exit of turn number 1. Normally the last turn, if it was originally the other way round, but it's not. But as I say, we'll see who's round here tonight, and we'll get into seeing who's on the grid for this evening. I believe Neil Smell is missing tonight as well, which is a big shame because it would have been very nice to see, but hopefully he's okay and we'll see him next week. But yeah, it's going to be magic. It is going to be close as you like racing. So Mark Littlejohn then obviously now setting the pace with 148.577, so it's going to be very interesting to see what he's going to do for the racing. But yes, it is going to be pretty much close as you like around here. There's a few cars, they're all the same car, but you know, there's been quite a few paint swapping. I bet some of the cars have obviously been repaired since last week at Alsace, but we'll see exactly how well it's going to go. But let's have a look at what is going to happen. I'm just going to make sure the link is shared around for the stream so people can see. Just give me 1 second. But yeah, I think it's going to go well. But let's have a look then. So we've got Mark Littlejohn then in the Adrian Flux Ash Sutton. I believe that was the Ash Sutton livery from 2018, if I remember rightly, for the Millennium at the 60th anniversary of the British Touring Car Championship livery. But obviously it's not a Subaru Levorg, but it is obviously it's like a Subaru Levorg, I suppose, with the Impreza being the closest thing to it. Then obviously, like I say, you've got Darren Baldwin in the VXR liveries, the 2007 livery, if I remember rightly. which was based on the Vectra in BTCC. But I'll say it looks very nice indeed. Then you got Finley Ostler, so the son of the Aussie Rooster. I think he's in sort of a Mercedes style livery, so it's going to be very interesting to see how well he does this evening. Try to get up the sharp end at Alsace, but I think there was a bit of argy-bargy between quite a few drivers. But we'll see exactly what's going to happen. Then you got Jamie Hillman, currently in the Red Bull car. I think he was due to race this in WTSC back in the day, but he swapped it for a BMW, and obviously he's adapting very well, but he's trying to get up to sharp end in the up near the front, which means there'll be a lot of interest to see exactly what's going to go on with him. But he's obviously going to be seeing what he can do. His fourth at the moment in testing. Then you've got ART Ranger or Nigel in the Eldar Sim Racing style livery Subaru. Basically it's one of my liveries, but he's thereabouts. We'll see what he's going to do tonight. He was also in the thick of things at Alsace. Then you got Fred Coleman in the Kleenex and Red Bull, so there's quite a few Red Bull cars out there, but nevertheless, you know, it's just there. We'll see what he's going to do. He's currently trying to push on. He is going to look forward to seeing what he's going to do, but he's been thereabouts. Then you got the Rooster, Mr. Andrew Ostler. What's he going to do tonight? He is looking to see whether he can take that Rooster mobile as he locks up into what is essentially a very early braking zone. I'm not too sure where that is on the map. I think that is into turn 3, I think. I'll double check in a moment or two, but he outbroke himself there, but he's going to push on. Then you got Chris Rigby in the Zoo Milkshake Team Hard inspired livery. There's quite a few guys that use the BTCC liveries, but obviously put the the Eldar Sim logo on as well, so we know it is that. But looks very nice indeed. Then obviously you got Nick Sargent, obviously inspired the Chell Lawman Cancer livery, you know, with Shell's latest dynos with Cancer. She's obviously going through a tough time at the moment, so Nick is supporting our sponsor, so you know, hopefully he gets another race win or another 2 race wins tonight. Got the race win at Suzuka in the final race. He kind of really pushed for it and kind of really got the duck off his back for the race win for the season, but we'll see what he can do for the third round of the championship. Obviously missed last week at Alsace due to work commitments, but he is back, and yes, he is looking forward to seeing what he's going to do. Obviously, no doubt, obviously the founder of Eldar Sim as well, so it is good to have the founder on the grid. Then you've got Ethan Simmons in the Red Bull Monroe livery, trying to push on. He was new last week, found himself in a bit of bother after race 1. Hopefully he doesn't have any issues now, but he'll be thereabouts. I believe Dean Atkinson's just backed out of the lobby for the time being, but he will be there in the quick fit sort of NASCAR style livery that Nick was due to run. But speaking of Dean Atkinson, as he just jumps out of pit lane, he's now here in the quick fit and just trying to figure out the number 6 machine. Nick normally uses that livery, but I believe Dean's picked it up for the season. It looks very nice, I must admit. So it does look like at the moment that we have got 11 drivers, but it's going to be very close then. So all tyres, I think they are due to be on the super softs and the soft tyres. I think it matters in one race, I'm not too sure. Or all 3 races, they have to change tyres in the 3rd race. I'll just check the comment on the stream. Just give me 1 second, just so I can catch up. Good evening, Neil. No worries, mate. understandable, buddy. Hope all is well, mate. You know, hopefully we see you next week on the grid. You don't need to be sorry, mate. It's all good, mate. It's all good, you know. We understand. But it is going to be close racing then. Let's see what the Ranger's going to do. He is currently trying to chase after Nick. Don't worry about the positions where they are in testing, because obviously, you know, this is only free practice. Then we have a 10-minute qualifying session. I've got to check the laps for tonight, because with the third race a bit longer due to a pit stop, so I'm just going to double check that now, and then I'll get back to you very quickly. So we are at Sardegna, so it is two 8-lap races and then a 13-lap third race, so it's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. No worries, mate, that's cool. You're all good, mate. You're all good. But it's going to be very close then to see exactly what's going to happen. But you know, with the penalties as well, penalties will surprise you here. You have to take them off the racing line. If not, you may incur an even bigger time penalty if you don't take them. But we'll see exactly what's going to happen. I think Jamie actually got a penalty. He's clipped the wall yet again. Oh, he's slipping and sliding. But it'll be great to see exactly what's going to happen for this evening. But who knows then. But just looking to see who's around. I think some of the guys are still in pit lane. But we'll see exactly. I think we've got... I think it is roughly, yeah, it's roughly 11 drivers at the moment, but I believe the likes of Ishmael's missing. But we'll see exactly what's going to happen for tonight. Evening, Nick. I'll be happy not to finish last. Hate the track this way round. You say that about quite a lot of the reverse tracks, mate. But we'll see exactly. And now Darren goes morning. Yeah, I feel like it's morning, mate. I'll tell you that. I like the sarcasm. I like the sarcasm, you know. But yes, thank you guys for, you know, making me laugh tonight. It's, you know, it's been a weird day. I felt like this morning when I woke up today needed a restart button, but it doesn't, you know. But let's see what's going to happen. I think I've only raced this. You need sleep. Yeah, you do, mate. You do. You need to. Not now though, but maybe later. But you know, I think I've raced this track only once in my entire racing career, or maybe I've just done it for fun. But it's a nice little technical track, but maybe people have undivided opinions. But looking forward to seeing what people are going to do. Who's ART Booster? Oh, Darren, I'm gonna have to read that comment out, mate. He's basically, guys, if you wonder what Darren's on about, he's told Nick, who's racing tonight, okay, the Hammer Games, that he put the tracks, so he's done it in Nick's favour, so Nick's done it in his own favour, I bet. Well, is that probably why, is that why he got the win at Suzuka, Darren? Bravo, boys, bravo. Gotta love the banter, you know, just to liven up a bit of free practice. But, you know, fair play to see what's going to happen. But, you know, going back without getting sidetracked from the comments of my fellow racers slash admin slash, you know, friends. It's probably why, mate, isn't it? But, you know, but, it's alright, Darren, you got a race win last week, mate, so, you know, you're both as good as each other, and you had a good battle in, at Suzuka. But, you know, going back to tonight then, what's going to happen, who's going to take the wins, who's going to get the champagne at top step of the podium? You know, personally, I would rather be in the comms box than be out on track at the moment. Purely because the racing is feisty, the racing is tense as you get. But exactly, it's all about, indeed, Darren, like Darren says in the comments, guys, you won't out to see the comments, but if you're watching the stream, you will. It's all about the fun, exactly, it's all about having fun, it's all about having a laugh, it's all about just not taking it seriously. You know, that's how it should be. But, you know, personally, I'd rather sit and watch you lot battle scar each other around each corner, if I'm honest. But who knows? We'll find some very interesting facts and opinions. But Dean Atkinson then is current Friday night Tier 2 champion, trying to go back to back. I think he's third in the table at the moment. I'll just quickly have a quick look at the points before we head in towards qualifying, just to get that out there. But you know, I'm not going to put commentator's curse on many people, but as you know, but yes, he is third in the table. What a good memory that is. But then you got Mark Littlejohn then on 20 points, I believe that is, yeah, 20 points. Then Darren Baldwin is only around, no he's not, and normally 20 points is the point system. Scrap that, hoppers, come on. I'm not with it, as you can tell straight away. No, ignore me. I was reading the far end. Even the commentator doesn't get it right. But no, Mark Littlejohn is on 107 points. Darren is currently 15 behind on 92. Then Dean Atkinson is on 74. And then of course Jamie Hillman is around 73. So there's a tasty battle for potentially third as the Ranger and Simo come together. But we'll see exactly what's going to happen for this evening. But thank you, Darren. I need to wake up, mate. I need another coffee, but I refuse. Yeah, I will do, mate. You have a good one and all, mate. Thank you. But we'll see exactly what's going to happen for this evening. But as Darren says, wakey. Yeah, I need to wake up, mate. I'm not with it. I told you commentators make mistakes as well as the racers. It's not just, but like, you know, it's all for fun. I do this for fun. I do this for a laugh. I don't do it for seriousness. People might think I'm seriousness and very hot-headed sometimes, but I'm not. I am one of the nicest guys out there. But let's see what's going to happen tonight then. Is anyone going to stop Mark Littlejohn from escaping and getting a bigger championship lead? Or is Darren going to chase him and say, not any live sunshine, we are going to take the battle and we're going to take sort of the crown? Still a long way to go in this season though. We've got around 6 more rounds after this, and it's going to be very close. We head to Monza next week. Well, that's going to be even technical. It's going to, actually, no, did I say 6 more rounds? I meant 3 more rounds. Yeah, but 6. Yeah, 3 more rounds, but 9 races to go. Yes. So we head to here at Sardegna, then we go to Monza. So I'm looking forward to Monza. Monza is a very great circuit. It is home of the Italian Grand Prix, but I'm personally looking forward to that. Then we go to Dragon Trails Gardens on the reverse track. another favoritism track of Nick. He's going to kill me for that comment now. And then we round up the season at Senqua on the reverse layout. But yes, it is going to be very interesting to see exactly what's going to happen. But personally, I'd say this, whatever happens tonight, it is going to be good. But I keep being in awe of Darren's Vectra-inspired livery on his WRX. I must say, I don't think he technically made that himself. I might be wrong. If he's made it himself, he can teach me how to make it. But it looks very stunning on that, I must admit. Going flat out into turn 1. Not too sure how fast they're going into turn 1 because I don't have the speed up because it kind of puts me off now on stream. So trying to make sure you guys just see the times, etc. But we'll try and put it up for the time being so we can see exactly their their lap times. But we'll see exactly what goes on this corner here that goes down to the front start finish line. It's very narrow. Well, it's not narrow, it's very wide, but the gravel traps around here aren't forgiving either. But we shall see exactly what's going to happen. But so Jamie's last lap was a 140, well, best lap was a 149.5 at the moment. But I think, was that a rooster? Yes, it is. He's not enjoying that turn for some bizarre reason. But it's not one of the easiest turns. We'll see if we can flick the camera back round to see what's going on. But we'll see what he can do. He's obviously in his... the rooster looks very angry on the side of that WRX, I must admit. But we shall see how close people go. But it's quite interesting with the lap time. But we do have not long till qualifying does start. I believe we start... yeah, we're starting at 8 o'clock, so we're around about 7 minutes away till qualifying starts. But I'm going to go and grab a quick drink and I will be back in a moment or two. There we go, nice and hydrated. But it's going to be very close. I'm just seeing who's around, who's trying to push on a bit more. But at the moment it looks equally spread out then. The likes of Finley Ostler trying to push on. Not too sure if Brian Moncani's making it this evening either, I think. Just to double check. But we'll see exactly what's going to happen. But we'll see exactly what's going to happen. So then I think we're just waiting for Brian Moncani to see if he's going to be racing. We have got 5 minutes to see if he is, but if he isn't, he'll be if he's not in for if he's not, he won't be making it in time for qualifying. He'll be at the back of the grid. But it looks like then the penalty zones are as follows then. Very confusing track map. I think it's start finish line and then obviously in between turn 9 and turn 7. No idea how that's very confused. That map is very confusing. But we'll see exactly what's going to happen. We are around 4 minutes to see exactly what's going to happen. 'Cause, 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 We'll see how close it's going to get them, because I think the likes of Mark Littlejohn, 8 minute point 3. Imagine that in a qualifying lap. That would be a bit unfortunate, wouldn't it? But I'm not too sure what Nick is meant to mean. I think Nick's actually had a go at himself for that. But I think he's just reminding to get race 1 tyres on before qualifying actually starts, so you know, otherwise they will be pitting at the end of the outlap. But hopefully all is well. I thought Nick actually said a bad word, but it sounds like that the word fitted censors out on in the chat. So Nick, you should know better, mate. You should know better. At least I've got common sense. I'm joking, mate. I'm joking. But yes, guys, we are moments away for qualifying. It is going to be an absolute epic night for a lot of interest. We'll see what's going to happen, but I believe Brian Roncani will not be making it, so we'll have to see exactly what's going to go on. But yes, it is going to be close as you like for qualifying, so there is going to be 11 drivers tonight, which isn't too bad, I suppose, but hopefully we get back to near enough a full capacity grid for next week. But we'll see exactly what's going to happen for round number 3 of the championship here at Sardegna. So around 2 minutes away for qualifying to start. It's going to be a very close proximity qualifying session. Only lasts for 10 minutes, but if it's anything like it has been previously, then we're in for a treat. But I'm just going to turn off the just get that on there for now, and but if Brian does join, we will reset the grid so we can get him in, but we'll see exactly what's going to happen for qualifying, because we are around a minute away till qualifying starts. But hope you're enjoying the stream, guys. Please do give it a massive 10 likes if you can. I was just trying to decide how many number likes we could have, but yeah, if you're watching the stream, guys, 10 likes if you're watching the stream. If you're not watching the stream, then why aren't you? Because you're going to miss some really good racing. But we are ready to start qualifying for the first race of the evening, and it is going to be spectacular. I am personally looking forward to seeing what's going to happen. But as we see qualifying just about to start, then the cars are going to be going out in a rush. It'll be a swarm of angry bees, as I like to say, because it is almost like it as Darren clips that wall there. He doesn't want to be doing that in qualifying or the race. Probably lost a bit of concentration there, but we'll see who the first one is. Just keep an eye how many cars go out. As you can tell, the track is going to get slightly busy now. There's a lot of cars head out of qualifying. Head out for qualifying as the likes of the ART guys, well, the 2 ART guys within the Ranger and Simo have a bit of a traffic issue with Darren. I suppose Fred Coleman was also in that group, but we'll see who is everyone has made it. I believe Chris Rigby is the last to leave for qualifying. I'm not too sure whether he's got an issue or he's just sat there. I think he's just let the chaos go. I'm not too sure, but we'll soon figure it out. He's just leaving pit lane now. I think he was just letting the chaos into the couple of turns die down, so rightly so. But we'll see exactly what's going to happen. We'll see what's happening with the pack then. So I think Jamie's leading them out on the outlap. At the moment they are on the outlaps, but it's going to be very close then to see exactly what's going to happen. But it's got Mark Littlejohn, championship leader, trying to push on. They will try and get the toe going into certain corners, but hopefully it isn't too bad. It's quite interesting to see what the gravel trap, the gravel trap on the left hand side is not forgiving. It will basically trap you in, but looks like Mark's just got through on Jamie. He's obviously trying to get clear air to try and say, right, let's go, let's work together. But hopefully no one goes into pits this time round to swap tyres, but maybe it might be the right thing, and probably Jamie heads into pit lane. So Mark Littlejohn will be the first to set a flying lap then. So he's obviously about to go through into turn number 1. Got to be very careful here. Can easily go side by side if you plan it correctly, but that barrier on the right hand side isn't the best, as Dean Atkinson gets a bit out of shape chasing after Finley Ostler for that toe. Just trying to see exactly how many have stayed out. So Darren's also stayed out, the Ranger and Simo have stayed out. I think they're going to try and push on for a bit of working together, but we'll see how close it's going to go. I believe these two actually know each other quite well as well, so it's going to be very close for comfort between the pair of them. But two blue cars trying to get the toe off each other. It's almost like the Ranger has a tow rope attached to the back of his WRX with Simo in close proximity. Might be a good idea, because the tow round here may set some good laps. They're almost actually having a battle in qualifying, so we'll see exactly what's going to happen. It's not in the rule books, so you can't follow really close in qualifying, but as you can see, he's in right up close to his back bumper now, just trying to obviously try and learn the lines. I think he's trying to get easily maybe the same lap time, but the Ranger lets him go. That's what, obviously trying to fight back, but that just shows exactly if you're quick enough then you can easily do that. But going back then to see what's going to happen, because Mark Littlejohn is about to set the first lap time with around 6 minutes and 25 seconds to go in this opening qualifying session for the evening. It's going to be very close, as you like. Let's see what he's going to do. It could be in the 150s, maybe the 148.7. So very interesting lap time there, as Dean Atkinson goes 149.0, so it's 148, but then Darren 148.686 at the moment. So Simo and Ranger going to pit lane after that nose to tail battle. The Rooster with a 150.0. Finley goes a 150.5. Jamie is a 2 minute, but I think he was on an outlap, but he's gone a 154.016. Fred Coleman 152, was it 152? 152.7, but the Ranger and Simo are coming out together. Nick is about to cross the line. He's about to do a 2 minute 0. It's a bit off the pace for the winner from Suzuka in the third race, but hopefully he pushes up. Chris Rigby 150.3 at the moment. Very interesting to see exactly what's going to happen between the Yazoo. He's trying to obviously push on you, so he's probably going to get a decent starting place if he carries on. So the Ranger and Simo still nose to tail, but Darren is there, pace setter at the moment, with around just under 5 minutes to go in qualifying, setting the pace then. He's a bit down on that sector at the moment. He's obviously trying to push on as best as he can. I think Mark Littlejohn's going to try and take the battle to him. They tried to literally do that at Suzuka as well as Alsace last week, but Mark's going to try and push on. He wants another pole position. I think he wants another race win, but tried to push on for race wins at Alsace, and I think he found it very difficult. He actually goes into pit lane, so he abandons that lap. So Dean Atkinson will be the first to cross the line again. Let's see what he's going to do. Is he going to improve? No, he doesn't. He's on 149.4 at the moment. But Finley up into fourth then, so he's knocked his dad down a place, so it's 149.2. So it's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. The Rooster in pit lane as well, but quite a few cars out there at the moment. It could be very close if you like, but as Jamie goes a 151.4, but Fred Coleman then, he jumps up to 5th with 149.8. 3.5, just coming up to 3.5 minutes to go in this tight and technical qualifying. Nick goes to 151.4 now, so that puts him up into 8th. Slightly now improved thereabouts. He's trying to push on. Hopefully he gets a good starting place for race number 1, but obviously, you know, with, of course, race 1 obviously determines, qualifying determines the grid. I think, you know, it's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen for the second race. Not too sure exactly how the grid's going to form for the second race. I think there was rumours that it could be a reverse grid, but I'm not too sure. But we'll soon figure that out when it gets to race 2. But just under 3 minutes then, let's going to see what happens for these guys. But Darren still leads the way then, with the likes of Ranger and Simo down at the back at the moment. But Darren's on an outlap. It's probably going to be able to get another lap in. Mark Littlejohn's coming to the end of that outlap, but Dean Atkinson about to cross the line still leads them. Finley Osler dives into pit lane then, so it's going to be very close as Dean Atkinson still stays 3rd at the moment with a 148.930. So it's going to be very close to see what he's going to do, but he slips and slides it. He's got a clear track ahead of him, so that's exactly what he wants to try and get pole position for the opening race. But who knows what the VW Scirocco champion is going to do. I believe he was also an Eldar Sim Eliminator champion as well, so he has won championships in the past, so he's going to try and push on. Jamie up into 7th then, so that is gone a 150.0. It looks like the Ranger though is pipped Dean Atkinson to 3rd place at the moment with a 148.909, so a very interesting lap time from the number 90 machine. But that's knocked Dean down to, of course, now 4th place then. I think he made a bit of a mistake as well, I'm not too sure, but we'll see what happens. Simo in pit lane then, so he's in 6th place at the moment. He's got a minute and 15 seconds remaining if he wants to try and go out, but don't think he's going to be able to get out there in time. But Fred Coleman at the moment then, 7th. He's currently, his best was a 149.8 at the moment, but let's see what Darren's going to do. His personal best, he's actually purple in that sector going through. He's got a bit of traffic ahead of him. Is he going to be able to get through that traffic, or is the traffic going to clear before he gets to the line? It could be very difficult. He's 0.129 of a second there, purple. He's probably pushing on. Don't want to push too hard, but he's got 35 seconds. He may be able to get pole position, but he's got the likes of Jamie ahead of him, but I don't think that's going to hamper him too much. But we'll soon find out. But pushing that VXR Vectra inspired livery as top of the tree is Mark Littlejohn with a 148.5 at the moment, but Darren still stays. Is he going to go pole position? No, still stays purple as qualifying now comes to an end. But the ones that have crossed the line now will get an extra lap in. But Darren's going to have to try and push on. He's down in 2nd place at the moment, but you can see exactly what's going to happen, because it seems that the Rooster, 8th fastest moment, 149.592. So you've got the Ranger in 3rd at the moment. He's on another lap. He managed to get across the line. Almost clipped the barrier there, but he's thereabouts. But Dean Atkinson then has, I think he's pulled off to the side at the moment. I think he's had an issue with his Subaru, or he's just letting the cars go, but he starts 4th at the moment with the likes of Fred Coleman 5th, Finley Osler in 6th, Simo 7th at the moment. So the Rooster is in 8th. Jamie, of course, now on another flyer, so he's got thereabouts. He's in 9th at the moment. Chris would be in 10th, Nick in 11th. I think Nick's had a bit of a poor run there, but from 11th on the grid, it may be interesting to see what happens there for him. But you've got of course, what Little John powering his way through the back end of the circuit now into the last turn, and could be very interesting to see what he's going to do. Is he going to be able to match and beat and smash that lap time, or is it going to be too much? But we'll soon find out in a moment or two. So let's cross it. Yes, he beats it, going to 148.407. As Darren tries to push on, what's he going to do? Is he going to go pole position, or is he going to end up staying in second? He ends up staying second, so it's a bit of a poor lap time from Darren in the end, but he's fair play, he's not giving up. As the Ranger gets third, he gets a decent start there as well, so it's very interesting to see exactly what's going to happen. But who knows exactly what is going to happen for these guys, but you know, but it's going to be very close for qualifying, well, not qualifying, race number 1, but we'll just probably wait for Simo to potentially have the clock wind down. He's actually in pit lane. No, not sure why he's in pit lane, but the grid is then Mark Littlejohn followed by Darren, and then you've got the Ranger followed by Dean, followed by Fred, then you've got Finley, then you've got of course Simo, then you've got the Rooster, Jamie, followed by Chris, then you've got Nick at the tail of the field. Well, I'll tell you what, it's a bit of an evenly matched qualifying, wasn't it? It was quite close to see exactly what's going to happen between but we'll see exactly what's going to happen. But qualifying now has finished, but looked like Finley was the only one with a penalty in qualifying as well, so let's see what's going to happen then. These cars are going to be feisty. No sign of Brian Moncani then, unfortunately, so it's a bit of a shame really, but we've got 11 cars on the grid tonight then. So Mark Littlejohn then versus Darren on the first row of the grid. I'll tell you what, it is going to be very close as you like for the first race. It is an 8-lap encounter, and we are about to go. And who's going to get the jump into turn number 1? It looks like Mark Littlejohn has that advantage, but Darren's getting almost swamped by the Ranger going into turn number 1. But this is where it's going to get tight and twisty, because trying to go side by side into that turn may not be forgiving, but all the 11 cars have got through there safely and cleanly. But what's happening going into the tight and hairpin tight, go 3 wide there. It's Darren versus Ranger, and of course Dean Atkinson. They've all survived it just about. Well, that's allowing Mark Littlejohn to get that bit of advantage. Got to be very careful, but the Ranger and Dean is almost there, with Finley trying to chase them down, and I think Simo's also alongside. But this could be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. Keep an eye on Simo in 6th place at the moment, with the likes of Fred and Jamie, both sort of same coloured cars, but the Rooster's dropped down to the tail of the field. He's got Nick in 10th place at the moment, but this could be very close to see exactly what's going to happen, because Fred and Jamie are there, but the cars are all equally matched. They're not actually too far ahead, as Fred and Jamie have a bit of a prang, but it's not too much. It's just a bit of sliding on cold tyres, as the likes of the Rooster and of course Nick go off there. But it's very close to see what's happening on the opening lap. We're not even at the end of the lap yet, but Chris is trying to catch up to Jamie, with Fred also there. It's kind of very confusing with both Red Bull cars in there, but you've got the likes of Simo trying to chase after Finley Osler. He's going to try and get the move. He's trying to get the toe. He's obviously trying to learn a lot from last week's first round for him at Alsace, but he's there to try and complete a lap there. But Darren's right on the nose to tail of course Mark Littlejohn's back bumper just about, but this could be very careful between the pair of them. These two had a nice dice in race number 1 at Suzuka. I believe they had a nice little dice at Alsace last week, as Dean Atkinson almost fires it into the barrier into turn number 1, but Finley is still there with Fred Coleman, and of course Simo trying to go 3 wide into the hairpin. It's been proved to try and do it, but Fred's trying to get up into, of course, that 5th place at the moment. He's tucked right behind Finley Osler, but it seems that a lot of cars are going nose to tail at the moment. We'll try and see what's happening for the race lead in a moment, but Fred and Finley side by side with Simo trying to catch up as well. This could be very close. These guys are racing nose to tail as Simo tries to get on the attack. He's actually on the attack as we go out of that turn. He's actually made up a 2 places, so he's up into 5th. He's got to be careful because Finley Oster's on the attack as well as Fred Coleman. But as we join the battle for the race lead, there's also a battle for 3rd and 4th between the Ranger and of course Dean Atkinson. Let's see how the outcome of that is. Dean's trying to push on as best as he can. He's trying to get past the Ranger as best as he can for that, but there's quite a lot of battles galore at the moment. And I'll tell you what, Simo up into 5th then, learning quite a lot now with his racecraft, trying to push on, but he's there in 5th place at the moment. Fred Coleman in 6th, followed by Finley, and then of course Chris, and then Nick and the Rooster and Jamie. They're almost nose to tail. It kind of be very careful between them. Jamie tries to get one way, Nick gets another, but Nick has to concede to Jamie for that 9th place. What is happening for the battle for the race lead? That is still happening, but the gaps are coming down. But we're on to lap 3 out of 8 at the moment as the Ranger and Dean Atkinson literally nose to tail going across the line, but they're almost side by side. Are they going to try and get a... Oh, Dean clips the barrier. That was a bit unfortunate. He's flashing the lights in anguish. Don't know whether the Ranger didn't give him enough room to get back in, but it almost seems as Finley goes off at the hairpin. So that's allowed Fred Coleman to get into 5th place. It looked like Finley just broke himself. I think Dean had clipped that wall so hard it's dented and marks the side of the WRX there as Finley gets going again though. He's dropped down to 9th place at the moment, so it's an Oscar sandwich between Finley and of course Andrew sandwiching Nick. But I'll tell you what, it's a very tense battle, but Simo's on the attack. Fred Coleman into 5th then. But has the race lead come down a bit? Yes, it has. But you can just see Mark versus Darren. Darren's trying to push all that might out of that WRX. I know they're all equally cars, but they are literally nose to tail. The top 2 in the championship are the top 2 on track at the moment. This could be tooth and nails. Darren tries to get that VXR inspired livery alongside the Adrian Flux livery at the moment, but seems to be very close as you like. But the battle for 5th and 6th is also a very close one between likes of Fred and Simo. Simo's trying to push on. Is he going to be there? Is he going to be able to push on? Chris Rigby's also in that chasing pack. I think Nick's still there with the likes of the Rooster. Bit of battle scarred there. He's trying to push on, but he's obviously trying to push his way up towards 10th place to try and get past Nick. But we're on to lap 4 out of 8 then, so around 5 laps to go in this opening race. But there's a lot of interest to see exactly what's going to happen. But Darren's dropped back a bit. The Ranger is there, but looks like Finley's back up into 6th place then. Chris Rigby also 5th. So there's been a bit of a change. I think Simo's had a bit of whether he's had a penalty or whether he's had a bit of contact. He's running nose to tail with these guys yet again, but he's got to be very careful because he found himself in very hot water with the stewards last week at Alsace. There's the Rooster at the tail of the field. He's not doing well at the moment, but these blue cars are very the Red Bull cars, as I'm going to call them, trying to push on with Finley Osler leading that train. But it's going to be very careful with Jamie almost there. He's almost trying to go alongside as Fred clips the wall and actually sparks alongside the wall. So that's allowed Simo back into 8th place then. Nick's got a bird's eye view of anything going on up ahead, but you know, it's going to be very close as Jamie and Finley try to have a battle. They had a battle in of course VW Scirocco's last season, but it seems that Chris Rigby's escaped and he's got thereabouts. But it's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen with the likes of Darren still chasing after Mark Littlejohn. We're just seeing what's happening with this battle, but You can just see with lap number 5 out of 8 then, so only around 4 laps to go in this race. Dean Atkinson trying to push on. It's going to be very close for 6th, 7th and 8th, potentially 8th. Finley's getting there, got to be careful, he wants a bit wide onto dirt. That's going to allow Jamie to get there close for comfort. Is that going to happen? Simo's trying to also go on that attack, he's there. But, you know, it seems to be a lot of battles galore. You can see where Fred clipped the wall a lap ago, and it's obviously knocked a few paint off that Red Bull Kleenex machine there, with the likes of Finley holding off the likes of Jamie and of course Simo for 6th place. At the moment it seems that they're getting nose to tail in the chasing pack, but Nick's obviously watching with praying eyes and thinking, you 4 make a mistake or you 3 in front of me. The 3 blue cars, the 3 musketeers, trying to push on as Jamie tries to get past Finley for 6th. Is he going to be able to do it? Simo's almost trying to latch that tow rope yet again. They had in qualifying to get past Finley, but it's almost seen what's going to happen as Jamie tries to get the move. He's done that, and Simo's trying to do exactly the same, but trying to trade paint with Finley Osler, but Nick's obviously got a absolute bird's eye view. If anything goes wrong or anything untowards, they're trying to battle, almost battle scarring each other out of, towards the hairpin. It almost seems that Simo's been nerfed a bit wide by Fred Coleman. But what's happening for the race lead, it's not really happening much now as Mark's got that 1.9 of a gap. But top 4 are the same exactly as it was. Chris is still there in 5th place at the moment, Jamie 6th, Finley and of course Fred at the moment for 7th and 8th, potentially even 7th, 8th, 8th and 9th as Simo slides through on that wall and literally tries to get alongside Fred. He's trying to do that. Nick's catching them up as best as he can. Simo gets into 8th place then. So he's done it. So Ethan Simmons then into, of course, 8th place with Fred Coleman down in 9th for the moment with Nick in 10th. Poor old Andrew Osler 11th at the moment, not having the best of run at the moment it seems. But it seems to be a bit of a argy-bargy moment. Mark and Darren first and second rather. Wake up hoppers, come on. The Ranger 3rd, Dean Atkinson 4th, Chris and Jamie battling for 5th and 6th. Now there's a battle for 5th and 6th, as well as 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th, and including 10th. This is going to be an absolutely stellar battle if you can think about it. Nick's trying to, where is Nick? He's there. He's got past Fred Coleman for that 9th place at the moment, but try to push on with a lap to go after this. It's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen, because Nick is there, but you can just see Simo and Finley battling, almost running wide over that AstroTurf. But the Rooster with 1.4 penalty. Has he had track limits or has he had a bit of issues? But the battle for 7th, 8th and 9th and 10th still there. It's still there, still happening. Simo leads the pack. It's almost like 7th, 8th and 9th and potentially 10th are trying to battle. As you can see, Finley trying to get alongside Ethan for that 7th place. He's tried to do it. Just see with all the names over the cars, it's a bit nose to tail, but Simo is alongside Finley. Could easily end up in a bit of a disaster as Simo flashes the lights at Finley thinking, come on mate, don't hold me up too much. But then it could be very careful. He knocks into the back of Finley there. He's got to be very careful, because yes, it could easily involve the likes of Fred and of course Nick. But I think the battle for the race lead is opened up slightly. Yes, it has. It's just thereabouts. But Jamie and Chris have opened up their battle. But Finley and Simo are having that battle side by side. could be, oh, Fred's in the wall, oh, so it's Nick, oh, slipping and slidey. This could be easy as it could be, but I think that's the nature. If you tap a car, easily could snake, but very, very interesting to see exactly what's going to happen between the likes of now Simo and of course Fred Coleman. But it's going to be thereabouts. But you know, it's very interesting to see what happens with onto the last lap. You know, I'll tell you this, it is non-stop, and I'll tell you what, it's going to be very interesting for race number 2. If you think about it, but I'll tell you what, Simo holding on, trying to hold off Fred Coleman. Is he going to be able to? Quite a few cars are battle scarred this evening. In race 1 already, as Simo gets on the attack. Late braking as well. Got to be very careful with that late brake. I think he broke a bit late, but then obviously didn't realise Finley was taking that line as well. But that's allowed Finley back into 7th place at the moment. But that is going to be maybe potentially looked at. We'll soon find out. But Nick's also closing up on this gap for 8th and 9th and potentially 10th. But the battle for 5th is almost there. But it kind of realised that the likes of Chris Rigby and of course Jamie. But we're going to try and go back to that battle in a minute. But Mark Littlejohn will try and cut back to that battle because we've got about the race leader, Mark Littlejohn, pole position. He likes to flag victory. I'll tell you what, he is in control of this championship like it's none other. I'll tell you what, fair play to him. He has put not a foot wrong in race number 1. He is about to cross the line and take another victory. I'll tell you what, he will be happy with that. Flashing lights and delight, the crew will be happy with that. Darren in 2nd, ART Ranger, yes, 3rd place. I'll tell you what, he will be happy with that. Dean Atkinson will be kicking himself almost onto the podium in 4th. Jamie in 5th, he's holding off Chris for that 5th place. I'll tell you what, fair play to him. With the likes of Finley 7th, Simo in 9th, Fred Coleman 9th, Nick 10th. With the Rooster, poor old Rooster, what has happened to him? He's had a bit of a disappointment so far this evening. But I tell you what, it is going to be very interesting to see what happens. But I tell you what, it is going to be very close. But I tell you what, race number 1 was an absolute enthralling battle. And it seems to be a lot of interest, but you know, who knows exactly how well it's going to go. But we will get the race results and we will go through them as well. But it seems to me at the moment, just jumping into the race results then, for race number 1 of the Chell Lawman Motorsport Subaru WRX Championship, brought to you by Eldar Racing. Mark Littlejohn gets the lights to flag victory, with Darren chasing him down in 2nd place. There was a bit of a battle for the time being, but I think as soon as Mark got away a bit, he was thereabouts with the Ranger in 3rd, Dean Atkinson 4th, Jamie 5th, Chris Rigby 6th. What a stellar battle for 5th and 6th. The closest battle though for 7th, 8th and 9th between Finley, Simo, Fred and of course Nick was joining in 10th place. The Rooster in 11th, sadly he's not had the best of nights so far, but lap number 3 was the fastest lap by Darren with a 1:48.3. I'll tell you what, it is going to be very interested to see exactly what's going to happen. But who knows what's going to happen between these guys. I'll tell you what, race number 2 is going to be a reverse grid, but we'll see exactly how close it's going to get. I'll tell you what guys, if you are enjoying the stream, please do give it a massive thumbs up. It will help us, it will help me do commentary. And I'll tell you what is going to happen for the other 8-lap encounter. It is going to be a reverse grid for race number 2, but who knows what's going to happen. but it's going to be thereabouts. There we go. I'm just making sure I'm still heard on stream. I'm just going to grab a quick drink and a quick refreshment, and I will be back in a moment or two. But yeah, I'm going to seriously look forward to seeing what's going to happen for the second race. I will be back in one moment because we are around preferably 4 minutes away, so I'll be back in a moment. There we go, guys. I do apologise about that. I was just having a quick drink. Just got to keep myself hydrated. Perks of the commentary: if you do commentary, make sure you're hydrated. But it's going to be very interesting to see what people are going to do then. But who knows then? Seems race number 1 then. So it was a bit scrappy, but wasn't too bad. But the grid for race number 2 then, it is a reverse grid. So Rooster will be on pole position, followed by Nick, followed by Fred, Simo, Finley, Chris, Jamie, Dean, the Ranger, Darren, and of course Mark Little John. That is your grid, and it is going to be very interesting. It will be it won't be a rolling start, but it will be potentially standing start. So I believe race 3 is a rolling start. I'm not too sure, but we'll figure that out when it gets towards thereabouts. But looking exactly what's going to happen then, as the Rooster powers his way out of pit lane just for practice. We are a minute away then from the second race of the evening. I hope you're enjoying the stream, guys. I hope you are well. I hope you're enjoying, if it is Friday for you, I hope your Friday is going well. If it's not, then I hope your weekend is going well. And also, just slightly off topic from Eldar Sim, if you are watching the F1 this weekend, who's going to win? Because it is the first time of the Australian Grand Prix. Oh, long time no see. How are you doing, Mr. Corky? How are you, mate? How are you? Long time no see, mate. How's it going, my friend? Good to see you in here, by the way, mate. But yes, it is the Australian Grand Prix this weekend for the first time in probably about 3 years. But we are getting ready then for race number 2. And I'll tell you what, you're in for a cracker. Let's see what's going to happen, but I don't want to see a lot of any mistakes, but there's a lot going on, but there is going to be a close battle. But we'll soon find out. But we'll see who's going to get the second win of the evening then for the Chell Lawman Motorsport Subaru WRX Championship. We are about to go. The green flag from the back of the grid says everyone's back from formation lap, everyone's revving the engines. Let's get a good start. But it looked like to me like Chris Rigby, I don't know whether he jumped the start or he got a demon start. It looks like though he's up into third already. Yeah, he had an electric start there. It's between Simo and of course Fred Coleman going into turn number 1. They're almost scraping the wall, but Chris Rigby, demon start up into third. Then there's a lot of cars trying to go nose to tail into the hairpin there. It looks like Jamie and of course Simo are thereabouts. Hopefully no antics like I'll say last week but we'll see exactly what's going to happen. But Jamie's in 5th at the moment with the likes of Fred Coleman, Finley, and of course Dean Atkinson. The top two in the championship at the moment are at the rear of the fields, but soon could be a lot. There's a car off there, I think it was Chris Rigby, and of course the Rooster. It's allowed Nick to get away in the lead then. Very interesting to see what Nick's thinking, but I don't know whether there was a bit of argy-bargy, but Simo and the Rooster, these two had a bit of a issue in Alsace last week, as he's trying to squeeze past the Rooster. He's got to be very careful as Red Bull cars are close together yet again. I wish they would seriously change the colour of their car to make it a lot easier for me. But nevertheless, it does not matter as Rooster holds on at the moment for 2nd place at the moment with Simo, Jamie and Fred nose to tail. Dean Atkinson up into 6th then with Darren in, of course, proximity. He's thereabouts with the Ranger in, of course, 9th at the moment. So it seems Finley's gone backwards. But what is happening for 2nd, 3rd, 4th at the moment? But Nick's leading the race then. He's about to lead a lap of the race, so holding on for dear life at the moment, but we'll see exactly what's going to happen. But Simo alongside the Rooster, just about into turn number 1. They both go on. Oh! That is not what we want to see. That was a bit unfortunate there. I think, you know, Simo's got to be careful. It's all kicking off yet again. This is absolute chaotic, and I'll tell you what, it is going to be down to the stewards, I'm afraid. I think Simo will find himself in hot water. That was a bit naughty to try and get past the Rooster. He clipped the grass. Fred Coleman there in 3rd, Dean in 4th. I think he knocked into Jamie by mistake, I'm not too sure. But hopefully it all settles down, because it's all kicked off so far. But the Rooster is now down to 11th. He's not having a good night. He will not be happy with that. He will be cursing and swearing inside that helmet as Simo tries to chase after Nick. He's got to be very careful. In only his 2nd event, it's in his now 5th race of the championship. He's flashing the lights though. No idea why he's flashing the lights though. He's not that close to Nick at the moment with the likes of Fred and of course Dean Atkinson trying to battle for 4th and 3rd at the moment, with Fred in 3rd at the moment with Dean in 4th. But Mark Littlejohn's also got a rough idea of what's going to happen. He's trying to get further up. He's trying to make it 2 from 2, but we're on to going on to lap number 3 in a moment or 2. But I think Simo's going to find himself in hot water with the stewards for that move on the Rooster going into, of course, turn number 1. It was not easy. He went onto the dirt, but then as soon as he got back onto the dirt, he fired the Rooster into the wall, which shouldn't have happened. But you know, it's looked like they're trying to get those tails. Dean Atkinson rather is under pressure from Mark there. Mark's got through into 4th. Finley is there. The Ranger also trying to catch up to Finley. But I'll tell you what, it seems a lot of cars have tried to push on, but you can just see what it means to these guys as now Simo's got close to Nick. Nick's going to be pushing. He's going to have to try and hold on for dear life. Simo's got to be very careful, especially now that he's got the founder of Eldar Sim Racing's a lot of cars wheel spinning. Seems to be thereabouts. We'll try and push on quite a bit, but could be very close to see what's going to happen here, because Finley's trying to push on, but you can just see exactly the top 3 now with nose to tail, with Nick trying to hold on for dear life. He's trying to get his 2nd win of the season. Fred Coleman trying to also get past Simo, going into the tight and twisty chicane here. Could be easily done, but Simo is on a charge. Got to be very careful to see exactly what's going to happen, because I'm keeping an eye on Simo at the moment, because he's trying to get past Nick. He's right up on Nick's boot lid, trying to literally get that Red Bull car alongside, but he's got to be very careful, because Mark Littlejohn though up into 3rd then. He's alongside Fred Coleman, but he tucks in neatly ahead of Fred. Simo's now chasing after Nick. This could hopefully not end in disaster. He's trying to do exactly what he did to the Rooster. Oh, he almost clipped the wall. As Mark's trying to get there as well. Oh my goodness, Mark! Oh. This is absolute crazy with around 5 laps to go in this second race then. Nick's holding on for dear life at the moment. Nick's probably looking in that rear view mirror and thinking, you guys squabble and have a playground scrap, I'm going to escape up the road, but he can't because Mark's there as well. This is absolutely insane. It's Finley. Oh, got this off front. Finley, I do apologise. It's Fred. Fred's trying to push his way up into P5, but Simo is alongside, trying to get alongside Mark. Nick's holding on for dear life at the moment. He's probably thinking, please don't overtake me, I want another win. But this is going to get insane. This is going to get insane because Mark's on the inside. Simo is there as well. Simo's getting a bit argy-bargy with a few guys. He does not need to do this. But Nick's lost a handful of places there. He's dropped down to 4th at the moment. Could soon be 5th. Because Simo's got that. Yes, Nick's dropped down to 5th. That is a bit unfortunate. But it's going to seriously have to push on as Fred tries to get alongside Dean Atkinson. Makes the most places in that group to try and catch up to now Mark Littlejohn for the race lead. With around near enough 4 laps to go now. We'll see what's going on further back in a moment or two, but you can just see that Dean's there with Simo now 3rd. Fred up into 4th. Nick's trying to get 4th away from Fred at the moment. He's trying to get there. The Ranger also chasing him down. So the battle for first, second and 3rd between 4th, 5th and 6th. Darren is there. 7th, 8th and 9th are having a battle as well. So it's quite interesting. Chris down in 10th, the Rooster in 11th. Dean Atkinson trying to chase after Mark Littlejohn. Is Dean going to be able to do it? This is absolutely tooth and nail. This is actually a round hammer and nail. But I tell you what, it looks like Dean Atkinson trying to get the race lead from Mark Littlejohn. Is he going to be able to do it? Oh, he's getting there. He's getting there. Is he going to be able to? Because Mark's still alongside at the moment. Nick's still trying to get past Fred at the moment. But Simo's just watching what the likes of Mark Littlejohn's going to do. But Mark gets a bit of a slide on, which has allowed Simo into 2nd then. This could be very interesting because these two are trying to battle for the race lead now, and well, these 3 should I say. It could be very interesting to see what's going to happen. But the battle for 5th and 4th, 5th and 6th potentially could be 7th because Dan's now trying to catch them up very quickly. But we'll see. Oh, Fred goes a bit wide. Oh no. He got a bit wide there. That was a bit unfortunate. He's hit the barrier, so that's going to put him down the order. And Mark Littlejohn then trying to chase after Simo. Literally trying to push that Red Bull car. Not literally pushing, but he's trying to get past the Red Bull car. Is he going to try and do it into the braking zone for turn number 2? He's trying to do it. He's still trying to do it. Nick's up into 4th with the Ranger rather in 5th. Jamie 6th. Darren down to 7th. I think Darren's actually stood at the moment with Finley in 8th. The Rooster up into 9th now with the likes of Chris Rigby and of course Fred Coleman in 10th and 11th. I don't know whether Chris has got an issue, but Simo's got into the race lead then. Not too sure how that happened because Dean Atkinson has now dropped down to 3rd. What has happened there? Well, this is going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen between these guys at the moment. Seems like Simo is trying to hold on for dear life. He's got Mark Littlejohn chasing him down. It could be very close. But who knows exactly what's going to happen. I don't have that function, mate. Unfortunately, I don't have the keyboard plugged in. But Simo's trying to push on, but I'll probably have a look at the replay later. But Simo trying to hold on for dear life though, trying to get away from Mark Littlejohn there for that first victory, but he may find himself in a bit of hot water with that issue with the rooster. But looks like Dean Atkinson may try and push on onto the penultimate lap. We go then. Nick's obviously having a bit of a battle with the Ranger, as well as Jamie's also getting up close as well. Oh, the battle for the race lead's happening slowly but surely onto the penultimate lap. Oh, I thought Mark was going to clip the wall then, but he's trying to get past Simo. Could be very interesting because Simo's... Oh, this is getting tasty. But we'll see what's happening. Jamie... Oh, Nick's dropped down to 7th. He's got swamped. But we'll try and find out in a moment. But Mark and Ethan at the moment trying to push away. But Dean Atkinson is also there. Try and figure out exactly what's going on between these guys at the moment. But excuse me, we'll try and see exactly what's going to go on as Simo goes wide there. Still into 3rd place though. He's still in the top 3. No idea why he's flashing the lights though, unless it's programmed in wrong. But Dean Atkinson chasing after Mark for that race lead. But this is going to be very careful because Simo is on that attack, but he's dropped back a bit now. We've got the Ranger versus Darren, 4th and 5th. At the moment, Jamie's there. Where is Nick? Nick's down in 8th at the moment. Nick's had a bit of a disaster this time round, but you know, I thought it's going to tip Nick for that race to win. But seems like Jamie and of course Darren and the Ranger having a bit of a battle. This could be very interesting, but it's almost nose to tail because the Ranger trying to hold on. Dean Atkinson, is he going to try and chase after Mark Littlejohn for the race lead going on to the final lap then? The final lap of race number 2. This is getting tasty for the race lead, but I'm going to soon find out exactly what's going to go on. But Mark's trying to hold off for Dean Atkinson at the moment. He's gone a bit wide this time, but Dean's also there. Simo's trying to catch them back up as best as he can. There's the Ranger and of course Darren's up into 4th, but the Ranger and of course Jamie are there, nose to tail. At the moment it could be a very tasty battle for that 5th place between Jamie and the Ranger. But fair play to these two at the moment. But Dean's on a charge to try and get past Mark Littlejohn for the race lead. But Jamie and the Rangers still battling 5th and 6th at the moment, with Finley there, with the Rooster now in 8th chasing after his son. Nick down in 9th with Fred and Chris Rigby almost side by side, having a bit of a battle for 10th and 11th. We'll see what's going to happen between them in a minute, but the battle for 5th and 6th is still happening between the likes of the Jamie and the Ranger. But I'll tell you what, fair play, they've managed to sort themselves out. But Fred and of course Chris having that battle, fabulous battle between the pair of them for that for the last 2 places on the of the field. But Mark Littlejohn then has a bit of a gap then between himself and Dean Atkinson, so it's 2 from 2 at the moment, pending stewards. But Mark Littlejohn then takes a victory. He's not flashing, he's flashing lights this time, I think he wasn't. But Dean Atkinson in, of course, 2nd, Simo in 3rd, Darren in 4th, then Jamie 5th, the Rangers 6th with Finley 7th, the Rooster 8th with Nick 9th. So the Rooster, after a bit of argy-bargy, finishes 8th with Fred and Chris Rigby in 10th and 11th. It seems at the moment there is a lot of things to see what's going to happen, but who knows exactly what is going to happen. But we'll soon find out for the final race of the evening. I'm just going to quickly get the race results for race number 2, and then we'll jump into seeing exactly what is going to happen for the final race of the evening. But it is going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. We've got obviously Mark Littlejohn. Then he had another clean race and he led the race as well, with Dean Atkinson second, Simo in third, Darren in fourth, Jamie fifth, the Ranger in, of course, sixth, Finley seventh, Rooster eighth, Nick in ninth, Fred in 10th, Rigby in, of course, 11th. Fastest lap with Mark Littlejohn with a 1:48.8 on lap number 3. Wasn't easy, but we'll see exactly what's going to happen. But it seems there's been a lot of issues going on in race number 2, but who knows exactly what's going to happen. It is a 13-lap race, but it seems that there's a lot of argy-bargy for race number 2, but we'll see exactly what's going to happen for the third and final race. I'm going to be back in around maybe 2 minutes. I'm just going to grab a quick drink, quick leg stretch, and I'll be back in a moment. There we go, I'm back. It's going to be tasty for race number 3, I'll tell you that. It's going to be tasty for race number 3. I do apologise, just making sure I'm still heard on stream. But yes, it is going to be tasty. But who knows exactly what's going to happen. but who knows? Race number 3 then, what's going to happen? Because it is a compulsory pit stop, so it could be very close to see what's going to happen, but who knows? For that, but with the first 2 races tonight being a bit of a chaos, it's not been really chaotic, it's been like battles galore, but you know, who knows exactly what's going to happen, but it's going to be very close for the 3rd and final race of the evening. It is a 13 lap encounter, but we'll soon find out. But we are a second away then from race number 3 starting, but who knows? But we are good to go then for the 3rd and final race of the evening. It's going to be very interesting before we head to Monza for the 4th round of the championship, but that is next week. But we have got the 3rd and final race here at Sardegna, and it is going to be epic because it is Fred versus Chris on the front row, then it's Nick versus Rooster, then of course Finley versus Ranger, Jamie, Darren, Simo, Dean, and of course Mark at the tail of the field. But everyone is here, and I'll tell you what, is Chris going to get another electric start like he did, or is he going to bog down? It all depends, but I don't want to put commentators first, but let's see who's going to take the 3rd race of the evening. It looks like Chris Rigby has a stellar jump this time. He's got an absolute massive jump into turn number 1. Not too sure exactly how, but he's already got there. But Nick has already climbed up into 2nd then, with the likes of Fred in 3rd, with, of course, who is that 4th? It's Finley versus Jamie, and of course, Finley, it's getting a bit nose to tail. I think Finley, I didn't know whether Finley got, who's that round? That's Mark Littlejohn, race 1 and 2 winner. Don't know whether there was a quick tap in the rear, but it looked like Finley got a bit sideways, clipped the wall, and then it spat him sideways, so that's now allowed Chris Rigby to slowly but surely get away from Nick. But then there's a battle for 3rd and 4th between Fred and Jamie, and of course Finley with the Ranger also there. But it looks like it got a bit fraught, and there's a bit of a gap, isn't there? No, it isn't. It's just my eyes. Just because with all the cars running in proximity, it looked like there wasn't the rest of the field. But we'll see exactly what's going to happen. But Nick's on the attack, trying to get past Chris Rigby for the race lead, but soon finds out it could be a 4-car battle for the race lead. Jamie's getting alongside, he's almost alongside Fred Coleman as well, with Nick almost there. This is going to be fantastic between the 4 of them. It could be even the 3 of them, but Fred is there, but Nick drops down to 3rd with the likes of the Ranger up into 5th then, holding on. It's another blue car, so you know it's going to be very close, but it is the obviously blue and green and white car, so it could be very interesting to see exactly what is going to happen. So Chris Rigby then leads the race then. At the moment there is a compulsory pit stop, and it could be very close. I think yeah, Mark's still right at the back of the field. He's not going to be happy with whatever happened into the 2nd turn, as Jamie gets alongside Chris for that 1st place, but it's almost 3 cars wide into the hairpin. Oh, it's getting a bit chaotic as Nick goes wide. He goes rally crossing. They are famous for rallying though, these Subaru WRXs, but Jamie leads the race then with Chris Rigby there. The Ranger 3rd, Finley 4th, Fred in 5th. With the likes of Simo. Simo's got there. Don't know whether he knocked Nick a bit, but Dean Atkinson in 7th. Could be very close. We could see what's going to happen. Nick in, of course, 8th. It could soon be 9th because the Rooster's on a massive charge. But we'll see exactly what's going to happen between these two. Darren in 10th then. Poor old Mark Littlejohn, race 1 and 2 winner. down in 11th for the moment, but the Rangers got into the race lead. This is going to change lap after lap, but just remember, these guys will have to make a pit stop. It's getting a bit chaotic, isn't it? It's getting a bit chaotic for quite a few positions. Dean Atkinson, where, oh my goodness, he's trying to get up into potentially 4th at the moment. This is absolutely crazy stuff here. But we'll see exactly what's going to happen, because Jamie's back down to the 3rd with Fred Coleman trying to chase after, of course, the Ranger at the moment, as Dean Atkinson gets forced a bit wide out in the final corner. It's a bit feisty going down the hill, but we'll see exactly what's going to happen. The likes of Nick and Darren are there as well. Oh, this is going to be very chaotic going into turn number 1. Jamie somehow manages to hold on, but oh, it's getting a bit close for comfort as Simo's on the attack. You just see the Red Bull car there versus the Yazoo car. Got to be very careful, because there's a lot of cars running nose to tail at the moment, with the likes of Simo 4th, Chris Rigby 5th, Dean Atkinson 6th, Nick in 7th, Finley 8th, Darren 9th. No, he's not. Roosters 9th, I do apologise. Darren in 10th for the moment, father and son side by side. It looks like it's getting a bit closer for comfort between the likes of Chris Rigby and, of course, Dean Atkinson, as well as Simo, but Nick's also in that party. See exactly what's going to happen, but just see that Fred Coleman takes the race lead from the Ranger, but the Rangers thinks about fighting back and try and join that battle. What's going on for 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th at the moment? Potentially could be even 8th as Finley gets alongside the Rooster. Oh, Darren's dropped back to 10th, maybe a bit of contact, but he'd let them go, so fair play. But I'm not too sure with Simo trying to get past Chris Rigby, but Dean Atkinson's also there. Nick's got a bird's eye view, so if anything actually does go untoward, Nick actually will witness it, and could be very careful as Simo gets there, but try to see exactly what's happening between the likes of Dean Atkinson and Chris Rigby as well. But just remember, these guys will be making a pit stop, so I wouldn't be too sure to get into the pits first. But Mark's slowly but surely picking up the pace now, with the likes of Finley trying to catch up to this group between his dad as well, Nick. Oh, Nick's gone a bit sideways, but Nick's got a 1 second penalty. He's not going to be liking that, as he gets shoved off wide in the process. So he's dropped down to now, potentially now 10th place, but could be very close to Simo in 4th then. But the battle for the race lead is still happening between Fred and, of course, the Ranger. Ranger holding on for dear life at the moment for that race lead, but Fred Coleman on the other attack. He's thereabouts. He's trying to push on lap 4 out of 13 at the moment. This could be all or nothing, but I'll tell you this, what is going to happen between the Ranger and, of course, Fred Coleman could be very close to see exactly what's going to happen between the pair of them. But Fred gets the race lead then from the Ranger. Jamie 3rd, Simo 4th, Dean Atkinson 5th, the Rooster 6th, Finley 7th, Darren in, of course, 8th, Mark in 9th, and Nick in 10th, and Chris in, of course, 11th at the moment. But Fred Coleman literally trying to lead this race. It is still a long way to go in this race. It could be very close between the likes of Fred and the Ranger, but we'll see exactly what's going to happen, because Fred is literally pushing on to get away from the Ranger, but I think the Ranger is going to try and get on back on the attack. We'll try and see exactly what happens between these two cars as Finley goes into pit lane by the looks of it. So it's going to be, I think he's the first of the runs to pit then. He is. So Fred's now dropped. I think there was a bit of contact on the wall, but that's allowed Jamie into, of course, second. The Red Bull cars are fighting each other, but Dean Atkinson for that fourth plate, trying to get that third plate away from Simo. He's going to try and be there as best as he can, but we'll see exactly what's going to happen, because Dean's on a mission trying to get thereabouts. He's trying to push on, but who knows exactly what's going to happen with Simo is there. Darren up into fifth then, with Mark Littlejohn, race 1 and 2 winner in of course 6th place at the moment, top 2 in the championship. Still feisty, but you've got the Rooster and of course Nick battling for 8th and 9th, with of course Chris and then Finley, who's now made a pit stop in 11th at the moment, but he's only the first one at the moment to have that pit stop. It could be very interesting to see what's going to happen, because Simo's still there in 3rd at the moment, Dean in 4th. This could be a very interesting battle for the time being, but who knows exactly what's going to happen. But it looks like Dean Atkinson gives Simo a bit of a nerf into that tight chicane, but it's probably just a little slight tap, but you can just see how quick it's going to go. But Ranger then still pushing on for that race lead, but these guys are still going to have to make a pit stop, as Dean Atkinson is under... No, it's not, it's Darren, I do apologise, trying to make a move on Simo, but he's got Dean Atkinson also there, but that's exactly why it's getting so close for comfort between the pair of them, as Simo tries to get alongside, as Darren tries to get alongside Simo for that 4th place at the moment, but just seeing exactly what's going on. Chris Rigby also there, and Finley down in 11th at the moment, unable to catch these guys, as the Ranger still leads from Jamie. Dean Atkinson in 3rd, with of course Simo 4th at the moment. Darren's also there, but he's under threat from Mark Littlejohn for that 5th place at the moment, so both BTCC inspired liveries battling for 5th and 6th, potentially 4th, because Simo's slowed right down at the moment. I don't mean he's like slammed the anchors on, he's just literally slowed down a bit. He's trying to push away from he's trying to push up to Dean Atkinson, as well as trying to get alongside Darren to try and make it 3 wide down the back straight into the tight and twisty chicane, as Simo has to concede 4th place from Darren, but Darren's on the attack yet again. But you see how much of a charge he's on at the moment, but it's going to get close for comfort, with the Ranger lead having an eke in that advantage from Jamie at the moment. This could be a very close battle until lap 6 out of 13, so still probably now at the halfway mark, but seems like a lot of cars are just going to push on. There's the likes of Dean and Simo going to pit lane then, so that's allowed Darren 3rd and Darren and Mark 3rd and 4th. Well, he said Darren and 3rd then, but it's now Darren and Mark 3rd and 4th, Fred 5th, the Rooster 6th, Nick's also in pit lane, so they will be going to the soft, so is Chris Rigby, so Finley will be pushing on, but it'll be interesting to see where everyone else rejoins. But the Rangers still leads from Jamie then, Darren and Mark 3rd and 4th, with Fred 5th, with the Rooster 6th, Dean Atkinson out in 7th, Simo in 8th, Finley 9th, Nick in 10th, with Chris Rigby down in 11th. So, you know, it seems to be a bit of an interest, as Jamie has a 4/10 penalty, but that's going to hamper him because he will have to take that. But that may allow Darren and of course Mark Littlejohn even further and propel them further up the field. But we'll see exactly what's going to happen. But Jamie takes that penalty, with Darren trying to defend from Mark at the moment, trying to literally push the living daylights out of that Holiday Inn inspired BTCC livery Subaru WRX. But he's alongside Jamie there, but all this is allowing Nigel to escape up the road, but Nigel will have to pit. I think a few of the guys will be jumping into pit lane this time round, but you can just see Darren up into 2nd, then Jamie 3rd at the moment, with Mark Littlejohn in 4th at the moment. But it's been quite impressive so far, this 3rd race. It's been a bit scrappy, but it's not been too bad. But you can just see exactly what's going to happen between Darren and Jamie and of course Mark. This is absolutely unstoppable stuff. But the Ranger goes into pit lane then, So that is going to gift Darren the race lead. We know like Darren likes to stay out a bit longer, so Jamie the Ranger and of course Fred go into pit lane, and of course Mark Littlejohn and the Rooster. So Darren will be officially the last one to pit. But this is exactly how things pan out in Elder Sim. With these pit stops, the teams are going to work, but you can just see, and I'll tell you what, straight away, Jamie gets into, it looked like he was a bit slow out of pit lane there, with the likes of Mark Littlejohn and of course Simo and Finley. Finley's clipped that wall again. He needs to stop clipping that wall, because that's exactly what's made him turn around in race number 1. But the Ranger gets into second. As soon as Darren goes into the pits, the Ranger will retake that race lead. Believe it or not, the ones that had gone into pit lane almost joined nose to tail. And this is absolutely sensational to see what's going to happen. But, you know, it's going to be close as you like. Nick's down in 9th at the moment. The Rooster 10th, Chris Rigby 11th. But Darren's got an 18.8 of a gap by the looks of it. But that will come down very quickly, because the Ranger will catch him up slowly but surely, unless Darren's pit crew time it to perfection. Could be all or nothing between the pair of them, but you never know. You never know in Elder Sim history. You know, if you remember in BTCC with Craig Thomas's team, literally pinned at the gap and got the Peugeot out in time, but Darren is the last of the runners to pit then. But is that gonna still allow him to get out in the race lead? The pit crew is still waiting for him, so you know, it could be very interesting. But that will give the Ranger, and like I said, it will give the Ranger the race lead. So the pit crew go to work on Darren's car, but Jamie is second then, Mark Littlejohn, however, but Darren comes out in second. He's planned it to perfection. He's on cold tyres though. He is on cold tyres. He will have to warm them up, but there's been a bit of contact between Jamie and, I believe, Mark. I don't know whether Simo was close enough, but he's not. But we don't know whether that was a hampering, but Jamie's been nerfed off. Seems like a bit of driving standards tonight have been a bit slipped, but Dean's there in 5th and Finley in 6th. Jamie's now down in 7th. Fred in 8th and Nick in 9th. The Rooster, excuse me, in 10th, followed by Chris Rigby in 11th. But the Ranger still leads them. So he's going to be all or nothing. He's going to try and push on. Could be very close. Yep, I'm just making sure I'm still heard. But Darren on cold tyres then. He's got Mark Littlejohn for 3rd at the moment, chasing him down. But this could be very close with the likes of Simo and of course Dean Atkinson. Nose to tail between the pair of them. Finley in, of course, 6th. Jamie 7th at the moment. Fred in, of course, 8th. Nick clips the wall for 9th. But I'll tell you what, we're on to lap 9 out of 13. So around about 4 laps to go in this race. With the Rooster chasing after Nick. Chris Rigby 11th at the moment, but I'll tell you what, the Ranger's going to be happy with that. He will be happy with trying to push on. Is he going to be another winner in Elder Sim? Is he going to try and push on? But he leads the race then. To try and get there. He gets fastest lap in the meantime with a 148.6, but then it gets taken away from him because Mark Littlejohn, who's chasing after Darren with 148.116. So he's almost racing like Ash Sutton at the moment because of the fastest lap end numbers. But I'll tell you what, it's Ash Sutton versus Fabrizio Giovanardi. No, it's not. It's Darren Baldwin versus Mark Littlejohn for 2nd and 3rd at the moment. This could be very close. But I'll tell you this is getting close for comfort between these two. It's also getting close for comfort for 4th and 5th between Dean and of course Ethan at the moment. Ethan's trying to literally push on. He is there. But then you got Jamie 6th at the moment, Finley 7th, Fred in 8th, Nick and the Rooster 9th and 10th. There's a bit of battles galore at the moment, I'll tell you. It's going to be thereabouts, but we'll soon find out exactly what's going to happen between these two. But I think Chris has had a bit of an issue tonight, but it's down in 11th at the moment, with the Rangers still leading the race then. It's quite close because the gap's coming down very slowly to, of course, Darren and of course Mark at the moment. It's around a 0.2 of a gap, but you can just see how close Mark's getting towards Darren's back bumper. Could be a very interesting last couple of laps as Dean Atkinson gets in front of Simo for that 4th place at the moment, with Jamie in 6th at the moment. Just getting very close for comfort, but it seems that Darren's pushing away from Mark at the moment for potentially that 2nd place at the moment, but Mark's on the attack. Could be very interesting between the pair of them going into turn number 1. Darren's trying to not concede 2nd. Oh! But you can just see exactly how close it's going to get. But Mark gets into 2nd, then he knows Darren is struggling at the moment. But onto lap 11 out of 13, so 2 laps to go then. But Simo is there, Jamie in, of course, 6th. Fred in potentially could be 7th, but Finley's also there in. So Fred's 8th at the moment. Finley and Nick and the Rooster still battling for 9th and 10th. Poor old Nick's probably thinking, what on earth have I done tonight? But you know, fair play. It's not giving in, but it's going to be pushing on with the Rooster as Nick actually runs a bit wide there. Hopefully that's not the commentator's curse, but he's down in 10th place now with Chris Rigby 11th, but the Ranger, forgot about this guy, still leading, going on to the penultimate lap very soon. But Darren and of course Mark Littlejohn still battling for 2nd and 3rd, so Mark's trying to push away from Darren. As you can see exactly what's going to happen with Dean Atkinson, literally still there. But I tell you what, the battle for 5th, 6th and 7th, potentially even 8th, you know, it's going to be feisty, because likes of Simo and of course Jamie and of course Fred Coleman, the 3 Red Bull cars, the 3 Musketeers, the 3 Bulls are trying to push each other. But hopefully they don't push each other into a mistake. But going on to the penultimate lap then. So Simo trying to hold off for 5th place at the moment with Jamie in 6th. Fred also there in 7th. Finley's dropped down to 8th though. Could be very interesting to see what's going to happen, because Jamie goes side by side with of course Simo into turn. Oh my days. Could be 3 cars wide into the hairpin. It's going to be, oh, Simo pushes Fred a bit in that rear quarter. Jamie runs a bit wide. Finley's also there. This is absolutely unstoppable. Finley's trying to go one way, trying to go the other. It's going to be thereabouts. Let's see what's going to happen. Is he going to be pushing on? But what's happening for 2nd and 3rd? So he's even pushed up, because the Rangers gap's dropped down to 1.1 of a second on the penultimate lap. Is he suffering, or is he just trying to push on and just nurse the car home? But Darren's there in, of course, 3rd at the moment, trying to push Mark into a mistake. Dean's there, but I tell you what, the battle for 5th, 6th and 7th, the 3 bad bulls. Someone's got a red blanket or something showing them, and that's why they're raging. But seems that Jamie's got there alongside Fred and of course Simo at the moment, with Finley also there. But the Rooster and Nick are still having a battle for 9th and 10th. But the race lead, what's happening for the race lead though? But the Ranger has 1 more lap then. Is he going to hold on for dear life? Is he going to be able to take a first victory of the season? Or is he going to be swamped by the likes of Mark and Darren? We'll soon find out, but could be very careful. Jamie and Fred and Simo and of course Finley. But the 3 bad bulls are coming through turn number 1. Oh, Fred clips that wall, but Simo is there. it's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen, but Jamie holding on for dear life with Simo, and of course Fred having a bit of a lively battle with Finley now, splitting that trio, but could easily do it, but Simo is not fighting strong enough as of yet. He's trying to get past Finley, but he is now fighting strongly to try and get back past Simo for 7th, as Jamie's under attack for that 5th place at the moment. But it looks like the battle for the race lead has slightly come down, because the likes of the Ranger, he has to concede. Darren gets into 2nd. This could be tense. The top 3 in this race could be almost nose to tail. But is Mark Littlejohn going to make it 3 from 3? Darren gets the fastest lap, going on to the final lap. But I tell you what, it could be all or nothing. But I tell you what, Mark Littlejohn is going to make history this evening and get 3 from 3 this season, eking out that advantage. And I tell you what, could be Darren on for the win, but it looks like that Mark is going to get the 3rd and final race and make it 3 from 3 this evening here at Sardegna for the Chell Lawman Motorsport Subaru WRX Championship. He takes the victory, followed by Darren in 2nd, the Ranger in 3rd, Dean Atkinson 4th, with Jamie holding on for dear life from Fred Coleman on the line. But I tell you what a stellar race that was at the end, with Simo in 7th, Finley back in 8th, the Rooster in 9th, Nick in 10th, and Chris Rigby, poor old Chris, in 11th. I tell you what, I don't know what's happened to him. Has he been on the wrong tyres, or has there been an issue with that Yazoo WRX? But I tell you what, the battle for race lead going down to the wire. Oh, that was insane. But I tell you what, fair play to Chris Rigby. He's not giving up, but he finishes 11th. But Mark Littlejohn then takes the final race victory of the evening, and he makes it 3 from 3 this evening. And I'll tell you what, he will be delighted with that maximum points as well in all 3 races this evening. 3 race wins. And I'll tell you what, that is insane. That is utterly insane. But we'll go through the race results very quickly, with Mark Littlejohn taking the 3rd and final victory of the evening. It's 3 from 3 tonight. He's got the trifecta. He will be happy with that. He will be eking out that advantage going into Monza, with the likes of Darren in, of course, 2nd, the Ranger 3rd, Dean Atkinson 4th, Jamie 5th, Fred in 6th, followed by Simo 7th, Finley 8th, Andrew Ostler, his dad, in 9th, Nick, and of course 10th, Chris Rigby 11th. Fastest lap though went to Darren on lap number 12, so the penultimate lap with a 1:47.8. and I'll tell you what guys, absolutely insane. It is going to be absolutely close going into Monza, but I tell you this, you're in for a treat next week. I cannot wait. My voice is officially near enough well and truly done. But thank you so much guys for tuning in tonight as per usual, and I will see you at Monza for the 4th round of the championship. Who is going to take the spoils there? Who is going to end up at Ascari and trying to lift off, or who is going to eke away with the championship lead? Is Mark Littlejohn going to put a lot of pressure to try and escape the chasing pack with that championship lead? He is going to be on the money. But until next week guys, I've been Hoppers for Eldar Sim. Have a fabulous weekend. If you're watching the Grand Prix, do enjoy, and I'll see you this time next week for round number 4 of the Chell Lawman Motorsport Subaru WRX Championship, brought to you by Eldar Sim Racing from, of course, the home of the Italian Grand Prix, Monza. Until then guys, take care. Ta-ra.